That's
I'm scared. Whoa! Whoa! Jeez! Oh, oh my God! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I was not expecting that. Seconds. Oh, Merry Christmas! Oh my God!
I love it. Oh my!
Oh! Oh!
Oh! This is the cheapest new supercar you can buy in Australia, and Jacob,
Isn't it what?
it is just
Freedom.
It's freedom. It is freedom. In a C8 Corvette. Yes, this is the fully American supercar. Comes in Australia with a base model engine of 6.2 litres of fury. Naturally,
6.2 litres of liberation.
yeah, literally, naturally aspirated V8. It's mid-engined, and it's actually quite cheap for a supercar. This one here, the convertible, the 3LT, which is middle of the range, that will set you back $214,500. But the whole range kicks off with the 2LT. It actually starts at just over $180,000, and that is for the coupe, which you can make it to a convertible anyway. And really, it's an absolutely insane package for what you get. The elephant in the room though, Daddy Jacob, is that you can get this thing for quite a lot less in the US.
That's the sad part, right? Because everyone you see driving around here, it's like, it's not actually a cheap car.
No, not at all. But you can get this thing for the equivalent of about 140,000 Australian dollars on the road in the US. So
God damn it, I'm so jealous of you Americans.
we're not in America though, and this thing is factory built. So today we're going to take you for a full review of the Chevy C8 Corvette Stingray, an absolute weapon on the roads. We're going to check out its really cool exterior, talk about its interior and practicality, of course, because it's weirdly practical. Then we're going to launch this thing. We're going to time it 0 to 100 kilometers an hour using our specialist timing gear.
And try to keep our bows.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a tough one. And then we're going to give this thing lots of sauce, see how it drives on our saucy quarter back roads, and then I'll give you our final thoughts. Should you go out and buy one of these, especially over the Lexus LC500, which we also really love?
Or should you save up and get a Porsche 911?
That's a lot more expensive. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so there's 4 flavors of Chevy Corvette that you can get in Australia, which is actually quite a big range for GM SV or General Motors special vehicles. Holden, RIP.
RIP Holden.
RIP.
So sad.
So like I said, there's the 2LT, the 3LT, which we have here. You can get that as a coupe or a convertible. Then there is the E-Ray, which is this engine, except they also add an electric motor to the front axle that makes it all-wheel drive, and it will do 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds, which is mind-blowing.
It's just ludicrous.
It's a lot more expensive though, about 100 grand more. And then you have the daddy, the Z06. That has a 5.5 litre flat plane crank engine. It's a V8, high revving, awesome. I really want to review it. Let us know in the comment section if you want us to review that, because I think we need to.
I mean, that is like undeniably a supercar.
It's crazy. But of course, all of those are MSRP. If you want to pay the best price possible, just make sure you Google CarSauce Buy. We have a dedicated team of car buyers who are out there to get you the absolute best deals. I recently secret shopped that service and it passed flawlessly, like such a good service. I bought one of Australia's cheapest cars through it, my Cherry Tiggo 4 Pro, and I still got a huge discount off the price. So if you want the absolute best deals on cars that are actually in stock literally anywhere in Australia, and totally free service for you, just Google CarSauce Buy, because we charge those pesky dealers. Well, let's talk about how it looks, man.
Dude, it looks unreal.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I forget I'm getting molested by flies at the moment. So we have these amazing headlights here. Very, very cool daytime running lights. Cool LED turn signals as well. You have an F22 inspired bonnet. Looks absolutely awesome. By the way, there is actually storage up front, because this is mid-engine, meaning the engine is literally in the middle of the car.
Right behind your head.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that soon because there is a bit of a drawback with this convertible. By the way, the convertible, $17,500 more than the regular coupe, and you can actually make the coupe into a convertible because it's got a top that comes off and you can put in the bonnet. So just
17.5 grand.
Just get that, honestly.
Yeah.
You have your Corvette badge here with a little Chevy badge in there too. I love the front. It's very pointy again, very F22-esque, very just freedom.
It does actually throw back to the original Stingray, which was also very pointy.
And freedomy. You have a big grille here, and you've also got these massive inlets here for extra cooling, because here in Australia, all of these come with the Z51 package. That means you get Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, which are pretty much the best street tire you can get. For this thing, you absolutely want that. You also get upgraded cooling, hence the cooling. You also get a retuned suspension system. So yeah, it comes with a few different things. And like I said, it's actually standard here in Australia.
You also get Brembo brakes.
That is true. And you even get 2 calipers on the rear brakes, which is, this thing stops. Like I said, it's a bloody supercar, and you'll see that when we drive this thing. Weirdly, this thing doesn't come with a 360 camera. There's no cameras on the side, but you do get 2 front cameras, one for each corner, so you can make sure that you don't hit anything.
You can't damage your F22 Raptor.
No, and one of the things that you also get with this is a front suspension lift system. So you press a button, it lifts up, and not only that, it actually saves the location as well. So if you're in your driveway, it'll automatically go up every time you enter your driveway.
That's so cool.
That has been a lifesaver for me. I've been so scared, but don't really need to be. So anyway, very cool. Let's check out the side. Okay, so coming to the side, you're gonna see these 19-inch alloy wheels. They're actually forged alloy wheels, as you would kind of expect on a supercar like this. I wonder how many people I'm going to trigger by calling this a supercar.
Probably 3.
Let us know in the comment section, is this simply a sports car or is it a supercar?
The people that get offended are 911 owners.
That is so true. By the way, this thing, even in this current state, is still about 100 grand cheaper than a base model 911 with 0 options.
That's wild.
So keep that in mind. These are actually staggered wheels, so it's 20-inch wheels on the back, so pretty damn big. You don't get any sort of 360 camera, which is so strange to me. Again,
I would have probably expected it.
I definitely would have expected it at this price point, especially. You've also got your door release here, keyless entry and go, of course, and some of the largest scoops, because of course your engine lives right under here. Now, let's talk about something I don't necessarily love about the convertible of this, and that is the fact that you can't actually see the engine. You see, in the regular coupe, you've got a little cover here and you can actually see the engine. You can see the engine, but only if you lift the convertible system to the halfway point, and then you can have access to your engine, or at least look at it.
That's a shame, isn't it? Because what's the point of having a nice engine if you can't look at it?
Exactly right. But well, you'll definitely hear it, as you'll see in a second. You do get some cooling ducts here as well. And by the way, there is more cooling at the back of this to let air out. But it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing.
Man, the proportions are so perfect from the side.
Spot on. All right, let's check out the bum.
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about this thing's big, fat, juicy bum.
It's not that fat.
No, I would say it's quite wide, but very, very slim indeed. So you have a little Stingray here. It's all blacked out, very cool. You've also got this big ass spoiler. You've got a Corvette badge there. I do like these 3D effect lights here, and a massive, massive diffuser. This thing is very, very mean, and a quad exhaust. Now, I'm gonna let you take a listen, but first, you're gonna listen to it while it's stationary. And now you're gonna listen to it when it's moving.
Bro, I think I just finished.
Ah!
Is it really hot?
Yeah, turns out black is quite warm in the Australian summer. Interestingly, you actually have 2 cameras. You've got one here, that's your reverse camera. You have one at the top here on the roof. Of course, this roof panel does go into the body, so it's cool when you retract the roof, the camera turns off.
I'm glad it turns off, otherwise we'd be seeing just the car's guts.
Oh, but it is really cool when you open it up as well. It's got a really good transition between the two. I just feel like there's a lot of attention to detail in the engineering behind this. Speaking of,
Ah.
Let's talk about its bum. So combined front and rear storage, you actually get 424 litres of boot space, which is genuinely very, very impressive.
It's very good for the segment. However, each section is quite small.
Yes, so keep that in mind. You're not going to be getting any large suitcases in either one of these. They will be your passenger. But for a supercar, it's actually quite impressive. Let's talk about the interior.
Let's do it.
All right, first things first, Daddy Jacob. I'm going to take off my top.
Dude, this is the piece de resistance. This is what you pay 17 grand for.
$17,500 more. Look, like I said, I mean, this is cool, right? Do you need it? No, you definitely don't. You save yourself the 17.5 grand. Treat yourself to a nice European holiday.
Yeah, or a nice watch.
Or a nice watch, there's that too. All right, let's talk about this interior space because like I said, we are in the LT3 and that means that we get leather upon leather upon leather. You touch around and everything is just this beautiful, soft leather. It is absolutely everywhere. We have this in a bit of beige and a bit of black.
A bit of two-tone going on.
Bit of two-tone, and that means it is just gorgeous. It's like a handbag. I feel like I'm sitting in a handbag, you know?
Yeah, but a bloody fast handbag.
Yeah, like a Dickies handbag. A Dickies handbag for extra large men, you know? That's kind of what I feel like I'm sitting in. I love these GT2 seats. I will be honest with you though, even though they're heated and they're cooled, they're stiff. They're a stiff seat.
Boy, they're stiff.
And so you do get a sore backside after sitting in them for about an hour or so, just because, you know, they hug you in.
But you know what? You kind of want a sore backside after being in this car.
Yeah, especially.
It's a reminder of what you've just done. Probably break the speeding limit
Naughty.
several times.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You have the Is that a Corvette?
I think it might be a Corvette.
You get the Corvette badge embossed in here as well. And yeah, like I said, they are mostly comfortable except for maybe your bum. All right. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. Let's talk about some of the things I don't necessarily love, and that is really this infotainment display. Now, it's fine, actually. It's just really small. It's 8 inches, and it's very, very small indeed. But it is easy enough to use. It's snappy enough. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, and you do have a wireless phone charger here as well. It's good because it's out of the way. You're not going to get distracted, and it will still charge up your phone.
Works well, and actually, I have to say, everything's kind of tilted towards you. It looks really cool.
I do feel like I'm in a jet fighter cockpit here. Even the air conditioning controls, which does, to be honest, it looks like a cluster. You've got no less than like 100 buttons right here. However, it is really intuitive and easy to use. So I genuinely have zero complaints. You've also got some carbon fiber bits dotted around the interior, which does feel very nice. Shout out, by the way, to the Bose Performance Series speakers.
Bro, even the speakers are high performance.
Oh man, they sound so good. Just like this Alcantara steering wheel.
It sounds good.
Boy, shut up. Boy, does it sound good. It feels great too. It's a square. It's a literal square, but it feels amazing to hold on to. You do have metal paddle shifters here as well. And you've also got a Z button there. Looks awfully similar to a Nissan Z logo. Let us know in the comment section which came first, the Nissan Z or the Chevrolet Corvette Z.
Or the egg.
Or the egg. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to forget we said that, and then we're going to get lots of comments being like, egg.
And then people are going to be like, and then we're going to be like, what the hell does this even mean?
What does that actually mean? Anyway, buttons to control absolutely everything except for your adaptive cruise control, which you do not get. And don't worry, we'll talk about that a bit later. You've also got your heated steering wheel button there as well. I love the gold stitching around, man.
Dude, I actually think that this interior is, honestly, befitting of the price.
It is befitting of the price. Up in front of you, you get this big ass display. It does show plenty of information, and when you change between different drive modes, it does change as well, which is cool. Speaking of, you have your drive mode selector here, and you have a few buttons in front. You got traction off. I would never turn that off in this car, to be honest. You've also got your lifting system there, and you've got your front camera as well, where it uses the front 2 cameras to see the corners of the car, baby. Oh,
it's just nice. It's just nice materials. Even the seats get carbon fiber on them.
Oh, they do. In here, you have a couple of cup holders. You have a nice soft center armrest with a button here that's stuck. Anyway.
It's a bit weird how that button kind of pops out when you close it.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit weird. That's a little quality thing. That's a bit strange, but anyway, you've got a USB-A port, USB-C port there as well, and your glove box is also a decent size. What isn't a decent size is your door bin. It is absolutely tiny, but hey, at least you get one. Also, there's no storage really behind the seats, like pretty much nothing. You could get potentially the slimmest backpack back there, but
If you move the passenger seat forward.
yeah, which is just a pain in the ass, so no one's going to do that. Oh, and shout out to this shifter. For no other reason, it is actually quite confusing, but then even MG, the Cyberster, has copied that.
So clearly there's something good with it.
Something good with it, clearly. All right, I think that's enough dilly-dallying.
Oh, you forgot one thing.
Oh, no.
You can raise and lower the rear window.
You can do that. You press a button here, and it raises and lowers it. That's fun. Let's launch it.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend. It's time.
This is what I've been waiting all day for, bro.
Oh, you just
You've
fixed
been
my
keeping
bow.
me in my suspense. Ooh, pothole.
I hate potholes.
Me
Okay,
too.
we are going to launch this thing, and we're going to do it in style, baby. We're going to put the car in Z. We're going to launch it. We're going to launch the C8 Corvette.
I don't know who you're copying there.
This me.
Okay.
I'm
That's a launch
scared. Oh! Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, oh my God! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
I was not expecting that. Peter Parker, I was not expecting that.
Show the people.
0 to 100 in 3.84 seconds. 3.84, sub 4 seconds.
I was
What?
expecting fast, but I wasn't
Dude.
expecting that fast.
We got 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
That's kilometers an hour.
Kilometers an hour.
Oh, okay. Let's
Oh my God.
let's drive this thing normally.
Let's.
Alrighty, friend.
Bro, this car is nuts.
I ain't doing this unless my top is off.
You were gonna say that. You just knew it, didn't you? There's so many things moving. I feel like we're inside a transformer right now.
Oh, I like how the sky has gone blue. It knows that I want all the freedom I can get.
Ah, thank God for auto lighting on cameras. Otherwise, I'd be adjusting that right now. This is cool. This is very cool. Are we gonna do the proper convertible experience, bro?
You mean like this?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Alrighty, friend.
I'm ready to go when you are.
I don't know if I'm ready to go.
No-
I don't
no
know
rush.
I don't know if
No
you're
rush.
ready to go. I'm just sedately driving my little Corvette.
I'm a little bit alarmed right now.
Oh,
At
I've
how
accidentally,
sedately you're driving.
I've accidentally hit a button that says Z that looks awfully a lot like a
Z.
Nissan Z.
Oh.
Oh, freedom!
Oh! Bro, I swear I just heard an eagle.
All right, driving the Chevrolet. Driving
Definitely not a Silverado.
the Chevrolet Corvette. Put our foot down.
Oh!
Oh!
That's what a sports car should sound like.
That's what I imagine it feels like to get shot. Oh my God!
Oh, I
Now-
don't want to go to school today.
This thing is wicked.
Epic.
It's got a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8. You can actually get this with a 5.5 litre
Flat plane crank.
Thank you for saying that. I would have butchered it.
Flat crane plank. Oh, Jesus.
There was a postie bike that got way too close on the other side of the road. Anyway.
Oh, I feel close to Jesus.
Oh! And this 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8, well, it puts out 369 kilowatt of power.
That's God's number.
And how
power.
many newton meters?
637 newton meters,
I
my
forgot.
friend.
Okay, I forgot. I don't want to admit it, but I'm going to drop a couple of gears with this 8-speed wet clutch, dual clutch.
I'm wet. Go. Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Bro, there is just something so sexual about having all of the weight and all of the power right next to your head.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Obviously, in this convertible, it feels amazing. To be fair, you can achieve 99% of this by just going for the coupe and taking off the roof anyway, but
Oh, this just adds that extra,
Oh.
that extra 1% that you need.
it's an extra level of pizzazz that I love.
Bro, why is it taking us so long to get into this car? I need this in my life more often.
May I say, the way that this thing drives, I'm shocked by, because we all know the Corvette, when it moved to that mid-engine, it's like why when it was a front-engine behemoth. Oh, far out, man. But I'll tell you what, it has turned this thing into a literal supercar. Just with a naturally aspirated V8. I mean, like, this is what I feel like American cars are about. Just muscle.
I can't even talk right now.
Just pure,
You're
pure
talking.
muscle.
Dude, when you told me earlier in the week that this is a supercar, I was like, no, it's not. It's not a supercar. I take that back. I take it back, okay?
We've driven a lot of cars.
There's nothing like this.
No, not that we've driven.
I was thinking, you know, like the LC500, for example. I love that car. I love the V8. This is a different animal.
It wouldn't go around a corner like that, to be honest.
No, definitely not.
Oh, speaking of. By the way, you know,
Turn the bloody traction off, bro.
Definitely not. You know, you can get this thing as a hybrid.
Yeah, well, not yet. Is that out yet?
It is out.
Oh, nice.
Tickle me.
We should drive that. We should try that sometime.
Perhaps, because then we get all-wheel drive. But right now, baby,
We got rear-wheel drive.
rear-wheel drive.
Oh, Merry Christmas! Oh my God!
I love it. I like how it's not fake either. It's not like a fake
It's a real pop. Oh my God, it corners too well. What?
Wow, how does that happen? Oh my. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Bro, you know what I feel like? I feel like that guy. Have you seen that guy on Instagram that's like, ah! And he upshifts like that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. I feel like that guy.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so obviously we've been in the Z mode now. We can change between the different drive modes. In Tour, It is really quite comfortable. It is really quite quiet. It's good. You know, like, It's a really good daily driver as well. And now I'm understanding why people in America have loved this, why it has been so popular. It is literally a jack of all trades. It can do everything.
Master of all as well.
Weirdly, it can even fit enough inside of itself. You know what I mean? Like, I could get my camera gear in here. I called Jacob up yesterday. I'm like, Jacob, there's no way I'm going to get the camera gear in.
I mean, to be fair, you barely got it in.
Still fit
But you
in.
still got it in.
Yeah. And that's like the size of a large duffel bag. Like, it's genuinely impressive.
It can do it.
The one thing it doesn't do very well, I must say, is it has no form of like active lane keeping, any form of adaptive cruise control. So that is a little annoying when you're just driving on a highway.
For a Grand Tourer type car, you definitely need that, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a couple of cool features, like, for example, how you can raise the front. I think that's really cool. I like how it remembers where you do it as well.
It's so important.
Yeah.
I've used that so many times because it's so easy to press as well.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know, man. Like, this car is just, it's next level.
One more pull. One more pull in Z mode.
I'm not going to say no to that.
Oh! Unreal. Let's get to our final thoughts.
Let's. Bro, I need a day off, I think.
Final thoughts on the Chevy Corvette, the C8, the base model, but an absolute supercar, man.
Can I say something?
Please.
You Americans. Honestly, you, because you get this thing for so much cheaper than us. And I'm so bloody jealous.
Yeah, look, if you have the money to spend on one of these things and you're looking at buying them, then absolutely, this thing is just a weapon. Like, there is no car out there at this price point that can do what this car can do. Sure, you can go out and get yourself a BMW M3, even save yourself a bit of money, but that isn't a supercar. This is genuinely a supercar.
Everything about it is just experiential. Yeah. Like, the senses get
overwhelmed. But I would say you could just go straight for the 2LT, the $180,000 version, and you are going to be getting literally the same thing minus a few bits of leather. Like, honestly, that is definitely the way to go, and you're going to get a car for just over 200 grand that looks like this and drives like this.
And this really is a driver's car.
It's unbelievable. And of course, if you want the absolute best deals on one of these, you want to pay even less, we can get you a deal. Just Google us, CarSauce Buy. My team will take care of you. Like I said, we will connect you to our thousands of dealers and haggle on your behalf, totally free for you. So join our hundreds and hundreds of happy customers, CarSauce Buy.
We'll even chuck in some slimline plates.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye-bye.